like and subscribe right now, or you're going to have bad luck for the rest of the week.
Sharks and big cats may star in the bloodiest blockbusters, but when you get down to the facts, those are merely two classes of creatures among the scariest to stalk the planet. In fact, there are many ferocious beasts, both large and small, that are downright deadly. From the deadliest frog to a jellyfish packing enough poison to kill humans in less than 5 minutes, here are 10 dangerous animals you need to run away from as soon as you spot them. Let's begin. Number 10. Poison dart frog. Not all frogs are cute, but poison dart frogs, also known as arrow frogs, with their small size and bright colors are admittedly pretty endearing. Unfortunately, those pretty colors which make you so desperately want to pick one up are intended as a warning to stay away. Poison dart frogs are as small as 0.6 inches, 1.5 centimeters, but are also extremely deadly. As a result of their diet, which consists of ants and termites specific to their rainforest habitat, their bodies collect and store toxins which are then secreted from their skin. The name poison dart frog comes from the historical use of their skin secretions by indigenous tribes who would dip their darts and arrows in the toxin for a deadly effect. Thankfully, when kept in captivity and given a simplified diet, their toxicity diminishes, making handling them possible. So that's good news for you if you really want to pick up a poison dart frog and play with it. Its deadliness can be managed with proper care. Number 9. Bottlenose dolphins. Beautiful, super intelligent, graceful, and incredibly playful, what more could you ask for in a swimming companion? Swimming with dolphins is possible and is a popular tourist attraction in many countries, an opportunity to get up close and personal with these remarkable aquatic animals. However, the issue lies in the popular assumption that they are all friendly and peaceful. Even though they've been known to save swimmers and people from drowning, they are still wild animals and can respond negatively if harassed, threatened, or agitated. Dolphins have been observed to be gaining up on other creatures like sharks or porpoises, bludgeoning them to death with their noses, that too just for fun. Now, you can well imagine if they can do that to a vicious animal like a shark, what are they capable of doing to you if they are in the mood to do so? They have also bitten and pulled humans underwater. In one case, a male dolphin even charged a woman aggressively attempting to mate with her. Number 8. Black widow spider. Next, we have the most dangerous spider found anywhere in the world. In the US, you will find them in the Northwest, in southwestern states along the Mexican border, in the Heartland, and the South ranging from Ohio to the Gulf, and in the Northeast. So, kind of all over the place. The black widow is responsible for more than 2,500 visits to the poison control centers every year in the US. The body of the female is about 1 inch, 2.5 centimeters long. The male spider is rarely seen because it's often killed and eaten by the female after mating. That's why this species is aptly named. In addition to the hourglass design, the male often has pairs of red and white stripes on each side of the abdomen. Black widow's bite, which may feel like a pinprick on the skin, often produces severe muscle pain and cramping, nausea, and mild paralysis of the diaphragm, which makes breathing difficult. Most victims recover without serious complications though, but it can get worse for children if not treated within 24 hours. Surprisingly, no deaths have been attributed to bites by black widow spiders in the United States. Number 7. The cone snail. The cone snail has been a favorite among shell collectors for centuries, but don't be fooled by the pretty appearance. These snails are killers. Armed with tiny harpoons formed from modified teeth, these critters can fire a hollow barb loaded with a deadly neurotoxin in any direction. The harpoon of some of the larger species of cone snail is big enough and powerful enough to not only penetrate human skin, but gloves and wetsuits too. A single drop of the cone snail's venom is said to be sufficient to kill 20 men, making it one of the most venomous creatures on Earth. Known as conotoxins, the poison can be highly specific, affecting only certain types of nerves. Whilst this may be of medical interest, the stings generally cause intense localized pain, with the life-threatening symptoms sometimes taking several days to present. On the other hand, rapid paralysis of the respiratory system and death can occur shortly after the sting. In fact, one species of cone snail is known locally as the cigarette snail, on account of there being just enough time to smoke one before you, kick the bucket. The good news is they're snails, so it's pretty much easy to just walk away from these guys. Number 6. Sharks. We're not talking about an individual species of shark, we are lumping the entire family in as a whole. Movies and media are often spreading the picture of sharks being ferocious killers that eat and destroy everything that comes in their way, but it's quite exaggerated, and many shark species are harmless to humans. Each year, there are around 75 shark attacks, whereas most arise from a misunderstanding that a surfer looks similar to seals. However, only 10 out of these attacks result in the death of the victim. With that said, of course, sharks, especially the great white and bull sharks, are incredibly powerful predators that should always be respected, but they don't really see humans as food. So if you're scared of sharks, don't think of them as monsters killing thousands of people each year, because that is simply not true. Number 5. Ants. It's quite counterintuitive to think that ants are more dangerous animals than sharks, but the fact is that they are. While sharks cause an average of 10 fatalities yearly, triple that number for ants. 30 casualties every year are attributed to ant attacks. One particular species to take note of is the bulldog ant. This red, angry-looking variety of ant is one of the largest and most aggressive species of ant on the planet. They have large mandibles and venomous stings that, in humans, cause intense pain, the worst of any insect sting, that can last for several days. They are so aggressive that whenever the ant is cut in half, the head and the tail will actually fight and try to kill each other. Another one worth mentioning is the bullet ant. They are known to have one of the most painful stings. It is found in South America and is also known as the 24-hour ant because of the pain you feel for up to 24 hours after being stung. Some victims even describe being stung by this ant as painful as being shot with a bullet. Number 4. Bees and wasps. In truth, bees and wasps should have landed higher on our list of the most dangerous animals in the world. The problem is, nobody in the world is actively keeping track of the fatalities attributed to them. In the US alone, 50 people per year succumb to bee and wasp attacks. For all we know, that number could balloon to 500 if we include worldwide attacks. A case in point is this Japanese giant hornet. Every year, up to 40 deaths are recorded by the sting of Japanese hornets. The venom of the Japanese hornet would cause an allergic reaction and dissolve tissue within a short time. The repeated sting from the group of hornets could also result in death. Japanese hornets are very aggressive and fearless. One hornet alone is more than capable of dispatching 40 individual bees all by its lonesome. But these guys rarely operate alone. Each colony of Japanese hornets contains up to 700 members. They feed on honeybee larvae to a significant amount. Number 3. Deer. You wouldn't think it, but deer are actually quite dangerous creatures. In fact, the yearly worldwide average of deer-related fatalities is at least 300 people. But how could these normally docile creatures be the cause of so many deaths? Well, deers have horns, and you might think these would be the main cause of human fatalities, but that's very wrong. Yes, admittedly, there have been recorded cases of fatal deer horn impalements, but that's very rare and far in between. The latest one being a man in Arkansas who was gored to death by a deer he shot and thought was already dead only in October of this year. With that said, the vast majority of deer-related fatalities happen when the deer cross the road, usually at dusk or at dawn. Couple that with a sleepy driver, then we have a definite recipe for disaster. In the US alone, over 150 cases are reported each year of people running over deer on the highway, with very tragic results. Number 2. The moose. The moose looks quite friendly in appearance. They look like they have permanent smiles on their faces, but don't let those goofy smiles fool you. If you see one, it's best to turn around and run away. They look so docile that most people don't think twice about approaching them. Most of the time, nothing eventful happens, with the moose preferring to keep a safe distance from humans. But when a moose mother is with its calf, things are a lot different. Moose can be extremely dangerous when they are frightened. Mothers have a tight bond with the calves, and they attack any intruder they might perceive as dangerous. They have been known to attack wolves and even bears, and also the occasional human. They feel especially threatened by humans when there are dogs around, so if you plan on going for a walk in the woods where moose live, better leave Fido at home. They are the biggest members of the deer family and are armed with massive antlers that they can use as weapons to both attack and defend. Number 1. The box jellyfish. They may look innocent enough, but the box jellyfish happens to be one of the ocean's deadliest animals. The most dangerous member of this class of jellyfish are usually confined to the Indo-Pacific Ocean, but other less dangerous members can be found throughout the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Stings from these little cnidarians are extremely painful to humans and can be fatal if left untreated. Even less venomous species can still be potentially fatal to children. They are 8 inches or 20 centimeters in size. Each of their tentacles is packed with harpoon-shaped microscopic injectors, specifically adapted to inject venom into their prey on contact. Box jellyfish venom causes the prey's cells to become porous, causing potassium leakage that eventually causes hyperkalemia. This can lead to heart failure, and death can ensue as quickly as 2 to 5 minutes after exposure. Which one of these animals do you think is most dangerous? Let us know in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching 10B, and have a great day.